Holiday in a point guard. And for Atlanta, the wing pairing is Bogdanovich and Hunter. Clint Capella is out there with Johnson. And it's Murray in at the point. You know, Brent, these two teams are both known for getting their three-point shot away and connecting. So will it be three-point bombs all night long for us?
Oh, yeah. Put on a seatbelt, strap into the cockpit. We're fighting a war exclusively from the three-point line tonight. But for these teams, that's the go-to. So I think it all depends on who can get hot and stay hot.
Murray. It's not going to go for him. Holiday with the defensive effort. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And here's Holiday following the three from Bogdanovich.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
In the 2016 and 17 drafts, GA, Boston ended up with the third pick overall both of those years.
And they nailed those picks, getting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum back-to-back, setting up their franchise for years.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Ask any player who's the best perimeter defender, they'll all say Drew Holiday.
Drew is elite on that end of the floor. He can force turnovers, disrupt and just damage plays and challenge all the shots. You think you've lost him, and he's right there with you.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And he knocks down the first one.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
Both good from the line that time. Here we are, Greg, watching Atlanta. This team has a lot of firepower.
And some great scores, Kevin. They don't just launch threes. They like to work for good shots inside the arc as well.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Capella, goes back up. He lays it in.
And that work was done early as Capella just fought for his position down low.
Holiday against Murray. White, wide open. He fires. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Murray dishes to Hunter. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, the open man's out there. You got to feed him, and Murray gets the job done.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, and the shot goes in.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. The Gongroos checked in for Atlanta. Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Boston. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Atlanta, they're 10th best in the conference.
And I think for the Hawks, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
The Hawks trail by 7. Pass to Okongwu. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Okongwu. Nice D from Porzingis.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And Murray's got the ball here for the Hawks. Bogdanovich looking around. And it's Murray penetrating. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Now here's Brown. His last outing, he had 24 points. And here's Tatum for 3. And is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Bogdanovich passes to Hunter. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
And that one, good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And sure, the D was all over Brown, but in the end, he's just too skilled for them in the paint.
Here's Murray on the money from 12 feet away.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
The 3 from Tatum. The three-pointer is right on target. Tatum's got 6 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
If you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Horford. And it's Tillman in at the 5 down low. Here's Forrest. Second chance shot. Here's Capella. And finally they hit one.
You can see why Clint Capella is always up there in terms of field goal percentage in the NBA. Every season, close-in shots, big-time results.
The pass to Pritchard. Here's the 3. Fernando pulls it in. The Hawks trail by 8. Since moving to Atlanta in 1968, Frank, the Hawks have never been to the NBA Finals.
That is insane, Kevin. I mean, you think back to all the great players they've had, from Dominique Wilkins to now Trae Young. Hawks fans are hungry for a trip to the finals.
Well, interviewing former players, they say what they miss most is the camaraderie. What about you, Brent?
I would say, Kevin, right behind the camaraderie is another C word, the competition. And there's no doubt that there's only a few ways that you could ever feed that. Playing at the highest level, being a member of the National Basketball Association, that's something special.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Out to the right wing. Outside, Horford. Here's Hauser. Shot clock at 6. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Team's first.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. And it's Forrest with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's White on the wing. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Still without a basket. 6 to shoot. Out to White. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Passes to Forrest. Tries again. And he lays it up and in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. The pass to Tillman. No good again that time. The Hawks trailing. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, DeJounte Murray grew up in South Seattle. He said a lot of stuff goes on. It was rough. But NBA veteran and fellow Rainier Beach graduate Jamal Murray tried to help him. Murray says he always stayed positive with me and my family. He'd say that kid has a chance. And every summer we played pickup. I knew I could be okay if I stayed working. Kevin?
And he did. D.A., thanks so much for the report. Here's White following the bucket by the Hawks. And he banks in the lane. White's got 9.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Atlanta.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
Let's hear it once again for you.
While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. The Hawks second.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
Now here's Murray. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And checking out some numbers for Jason Tatum.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under him.
Holiday against Murray. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Good D by Johnson.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Bogdanovich finds Murray. Here's Okongwu. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum with it. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. And the Hawks with possession. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Outside for Murray. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Hunter. Over Tatum. And that one's good. Hunter's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's a shoot-around shot as Hunter had plenty of space to knock it down.
Bogdanovich against Brown. Outside, Horford. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Hawks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
I felt like they attacked but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
The deep three from Tatum. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Atlanta. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Please give a big round of applause.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. It was a shaky first quarter for Atlanta. A big part of the problem was their defense and inability to slow down shooters. They gave up a sky-high shooting percentage against. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches and were able to even things up before the half. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
They came out as the more physical team. You could tell they put an emphasis on winning the battle of the middle. All of these bodies crashing and blasting and giving them a physical and a middle edge.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
They didn't get much help from the bench, Ernie. They could really use that spark to balance the load. Some nights you get the job done with your starters, but you can't depend on them to do everything.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The wing pairing is Bogdanovich and Hunter. Johnson is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Murray in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Now here's Johnson. Still scoreless. Here's Hunter. Capella. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Capella's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
The hustle from Clint Capella pays off there, just working hard to keep that play going.
Takes the 13-footer. Tatum's shot is off. Tatum's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. Bogdanovich passes to Murray. Johnson surveying the floor. Porzingis with the steal and pushing it up. Here's Boston. The shot by Holiday, no good. Atlanta shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. It feels like Porzingis, Brent, has been in the NBA forever, doesn't it? But he is still only in his 20s.
Yeah, it's kind of a head scratcher. He's been traded a few times, missed a year due to ACL injury, but the Unicorn has persevered, and he's worked on his body, still adding some to his game. You wonder if he's finally found a home.
And Brown is a guy who is constantly seeking contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Brown.
You got to respect the mind Brown has for the game. Both ends of the floor, he is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage.
And the Hawks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. Good on both. So it's Atlanta now. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Holiday against Murray. Driving inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis.
Well, with the combination of length and speed, defenses have a lot of trouble handling DeJounte Murray off the drive.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one. Looking at DeJounte Murray, it's amazing, Brent, how well he recovered from a serious injury just a few years ago.
Yeah, you never know how a guy is going to bounce back from an ACL injury and a complete year off from basketball, but he is back to full strength, and he has been awesome.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando comes in for Johnson, and Wesley Matthews subbed in for Bogdanovich.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics are a powerhouse, but they also know they're going to get every team's best shot, and they've got to be ready. All-star Jaylen Brown says comfort will kill you. These teams aren't waiting around to let us win the game. You've got to go out and prove it every single night. Success is earned every single night. Kevin, I hope to earn success tonight with my sideline report.
David, you are in the Hall of Fame, my man. You have earned it. Thank you so much. From 13, and there's Murray on the assist by Matthews. Murray's got 5 now.
Yeah, Murray doing a great job right now in rhythm off that screen and roll and exploiting the deep.
That one good for 2.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. Pulls it up. And again, it's Boston converting.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
There's 1:47 left here in the third quarter. Matthews against White. Matthews, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And the Hawks making a change here. Forrest is checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Hauser's checked in. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Forrest. 6 points for him. Five on the clock. Can't hit from in close. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Matthews against Brown. Puts up a 3. Matthews with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Drives to the hoop. Here's Forrest. Great D that time from Tatum. The Celtics with the lead. Passes it to Pritchard. 11 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Capella, high post. Misses in close. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Horford and Porzingis are manning the post positions. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the guard position. Brown, no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. Johnson against Horford. Johnson outside to take the lead, and he sinks the layup. And the Hawks lead by 1. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Capella. Porzingis can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's Murray penetrating. Over Holiday. Murray, good. Now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
Murray just getting by him in a flash.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Brown feeling out a bit. That one falls.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Hunter following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Now Hunter. Back to Capella. Over Porzingis. And it's Capella missing. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
Explosive in tight quarters. JB imposing his will out there.
Shooting for Boston, Jaylen Brown. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And Brown drops them both. Now here's Murray. He kicks it to Okongwu. Brown against Hunter. It's stolen by Brown. Fast break. Here they come. White, a good look. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Murray, the pass to Hunter. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Holiday, the pass to Brown. A 3-pointer off the mark. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Hunter kicks to Murray. Bogdanovich against White. Bogdanovich dishes to Murray. Driving the lane. Kicks it out to Johnson. A second chance effort. Murray, no good. The Celtics shooting the ball at 42%. Holiday, the pass to Brown. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The Hawks trailing. A pass to Bogdanovich. And stolen by White. Pass to Horford. There's Brown with the three. That doesn't go either for Brown.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. And 1:01 left in the fourth. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Clint Capella.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
Thanks, guys. Listening to what Joe Mazzulla told his team, he challenged his team. He said they're not going to give us this one. We have to take it from them, starting now. We'll see if that message resonated. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Tatum, following the score by DeJounte Murray. And it's White missing. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Bogdanovich against Tatum. Here's Murray. Here's Okongwu.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 5. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
The putback, Porzingis on the foul.
That's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
Foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 3. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
His second. Team second. At the line for Atlanta, DeJounte Murray. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Man, this is a part of Murray's game that he has really improved upon, and he's going to have to be elite from the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And so the Hawks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.